Genuine question. How do I break up with my girlfriend? So I thought about asking our relationship advice and our advice, but the people there are usually unhinged, so I felt appropriate to ask in my favorite community, aka here. Backstory. We met as a junior in high school. We've been dating for 3 years. Junior in high school, dating for 3 years. I live on my own. Well, junior high school. Okay, so it's sophomore in college. So he's probably around 20, I guess. They live on their own. Dude, this poster is the dude whose Hassan post got taken down from LSF. Really? I live on my own. She comes over like every day. We're both like 20. We're both 20. I work full time. She's in college. I figured I can't stay in this relationship anymore. Just like Destiny, I really want to fuck around. I don't think I'm able to commit to one person anymore. There have been a few close calls where I would have cheated, but thankfully I caught myself. The problem. I can't say that there's anything in particular that makes me unhappy, but I found myself daydreaming about being single quite often. There's nothing really wrong with our relationship. Of course, we fight like all couples, but like nothing crazy. Nothing really wrong with her either. We spend good time together. I personally would be able to handle the breakup, even though it would hurt a little. After all, she's been my best friend for like 3 years. However, I don't think I'd be able to see her cry if I break the news to her. I understand that I'm being a pussy and that I should just do it, but I don't know if I have it in me. Questions. Do you think it'd be appropriate if I sweetened the breakup with money? Like, for example, leave her $3,000, one for each year of a relationship. She could spend it on a vacation or whatever. She will to forget about it. Some people choose to leave them HIV. In comparison to 3K, sounds like nice though. Jesus Christ. 2 is, do I really have to do it in person? I plan on moving soon to a different state. That's a secret. Nobody knows about it. Can I just like move and leave her a card, or is it too much of a dick move? Reason I'm asking is because I know that if I tell my person, she'd start crying, would physically not let me go, so she'd leave the apartment. Should I inform her sister/family before I break up with her? Like, heads up, she'll be really sad in the coming days. Be ready. Am I just too in my head and I don't need to break up? Maybe the whole around experience is overhyped and I should just mind my business and appreciate what I have. I don't know. Maybe I just sound like an asshole and there's no reason for me to break up. Jesus Christ. Leaving money behind sounds super tacky, but if you want to, I mean, the other person, money's money, I guess, but it's not gonna, that's weird. Do I have to do it in person? I think you should probably do it in person, or you could do it, I guess, through DM or text or whatever if you want, but if you think it's gonna be rough in person, I mean, do it in a not in a public, I don't know how to do that, that's hard. If you want to tell one of our close friends what's coming, you could probably do that. That'd be nice, actually, so they're maybe ready, I guess, but they might leak it beforehand, which would be really awkward. And then 4, am I just too in my head? I don't need to break up. This is a complaint that I've heard before. I don't know what the right answer is here because I've heard like both ways. Sometimes people will start dating really early on when they're 17, 18 or in college, and they'll have had no partners or one partner prior to getting into a relationship. And one of the things they wonder is like, did I miss out on a lot of fun dating experiences or sexual experiences or whatever because I started dating my partner like when I was a virgin or when I had only had like one other partner or whatever. That's a really hard question, and I've heard it expressed both ways. I've heard some people say, because I've heard people say when they get to like older ages, like 30s and 40s, like, oh, I've been dating my partner for like 20 years. Like, no, actually, I'm really glad. I don't have any regrets. Like, it was fun. Like, maybe I could have gone a little bit more, but who cares? Like, the relationship with my partner is like better than like a couple of one-night stands that probably would have sucked. I've heard that, but I've also heard people say things like, yeah, I've been in a relationship for a lot. I really wonder like all the things that I missed. You know, me and my partner are really vanilla. I don't know if there's things that would have been fun to explore, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what the right answer is there. I've heard people give answers on both sides. If you're looking for like a middle ground, I would say that one, especially because it sounds like this guy's saying nothing is bad in the relationship, like stay in the relationship and have a conversation with your partner about like exploring other things sexually. Like you can explore a lot sexually with one person. I've said this before. I've been with a lot of people. My top 5 best sexual partners, bar none, are all 5 of the people that I dated for a long period of time. Yeah, even if they started off as virgins or started off with like almost no sexual experience, like all of my 5 best sexual partners have been in my 5 long-term relationships. And it's not even close. So, but also, I mean, like it's nice having multiple experiences too. Yeah, I don't know. That's a hard one. Like I said, I've heard people say both ways. Sometimes they regret it, sometimes they don't. I don't know what the right answer is there. I don't know if people have like a, if there's like a consensus opinion around that. You're going to break up and she's going to get 3 new guys every week with bigger dicks and you're absolutely destroying her where you barely get a hookup once a month. What are these numbers? Bro, what? Firstly, a girl fucking 3 new dudes every week is insane. Also, a guy fucking a new girl for an ordinary guy, that's also insane. What is this, like, red pill brain rot? Holy shit, take a break forever, bro. Jesus Christ. Imagine how out of touch or weird you'd have to be to say to an older guy, sorry, dude, you think you're going to be happy? You're only going to 12 new chicks a year. You happy with that, bro? I think a lot of guys are like, yeah, in 1 year, you've got a higher body count than the average fucking guy in the United States does. I'm pretty sure it's just trolling. Oh, and the girls who you could have cheated with, LeMayo, none of them were interested or were just overthinking things because you're a slave to your second head good luck. You think he was trolling? I feel like I've seen this account before type retarded shit. Like, look at the mod log. It's 28 mod logs. This guy seems like he's had issues. Do you have any advice for getting your desire for sex up? I've tried many things, but every time I think about getting serious for a girl, I think about how time is money and I'm hemorrhaging Dallas Pro giving her my time. And I done a good one. Okay. What is this? I made the mistake of asking my wife for an open marriage and I regret it. I feel like a complete idiot here. My wife and I have been married for 19 years. We have one child. Our daughter moved out this summer after she enlisted in the armed forces. I love my wife, but I felt like the spark was gone from our lives. Like I said, I have learned just because I wasn't attracted to my wife and got married and my wife is so many men a day. Oh, like I said in the title of my post, I made a mistake. I've learned that just because I wasn't as attracted to my wife as I was when we got married, it doesn't mean other men would feel the same. My wife has so many men in dates, she doesn't know what to do with them all. Meanwhile, it's the opposite for me. Not only that, but after my wife agreed to an open marriage, I asked a woman who was a colleague of mine out on a date. I was a manager at my job, but I wasn't her manager. We worked in completely different departments. I got fired. I told my wife I'm going to close our marriage again because it was an idiot suggestion in the first place. She said no. She's happy with how things are. It's killing me when I know she's with. This is a fake post. This is fake. This is the fakest story I've ever seen in my entire life. Does he have one in here about where he tried to call his wife and Tyrone picked up the phone and said that she was getting 15 inches of black pipe right now? Like, what? My brother called me a moron when I told him instead expecting my wife to look like she did when she was married made me a dunce. Even when it's proud to say she takes good care of herself and is great shape for 44, she doesn't look 20. He had the nerve to say my wife looks better than me and I could stand to lose some weight. This sub and am I the asshole? 99.9. Yeah, this is. I have a hard time believing a couple could switch to open marriage after 20 years of marriage. The hardest part of that story to believe is that typically, if a woman isn't already cheating or already like doing stuff like that, a woman that's like lived a monogamous life for 20 years, it's not going to start going on new dates every week. Like even in the open relationships that I've been in, it's so funny because like everybody always has this impression that like women are like, especially in open relationships, want to like a billion people and blah 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 blah, but it's not true. Women still tend to be like pretty selective. Like I've met so many women that go on Tinder and shit that have like 50 million matches and like never go talk to a guy ever. I don't know why the they do this. I cannot figure this out. I've talked to so many fucking women who are like, yeah, I've got like 700 matches on Tinder and I thought about blah 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 blah. It's like, why don't? Because I've talked even women that like don't date. Like I've known women, I've met these women, I've hooked up with these women. They're like, they're really attractive, they're super good at sex, they seem to enjoy it, blah blah blah. And I'm like, and then they go back home and then we chat or whatever. It's like, oh, have you seen anybody or done? And they're like, no. And I'm like, why not? Why are you not talking to anybody? It's like, I don't know. I go on Tinder, I get a lot of matches and blah blah blah. It's like, well, why would you not like at least like hook up with somebody or do something? It's like, I don't know. It's blah blah. It's like, oh, okay, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think women are still fairly selective when it comes to sex. But I mean, like, I know that like the red pill perspective is that like women on Tinder are like 7 billion guys. But yeah, it doesn't seem like that, or at least I haven't come across those people. So I don't know. Generally because women don't get that much from sleeping around. Yeah, that might be it too. Yeah. Women suck at like communicating sexual preferences or like advocating for themselves in bed. And then men, if they don't get any of those signals, suck at like even thinking about women during those experiences. Yeah.